Welcome back to another episode of After Credits.
I got into this fucking movie, and this fucking cracker's sitting in my goddamn seat. He's fucking, it's fucking reserved seating, bro, and he's fucking seating in my seat, bro.
Jesus, dude. Barnyard, chill the fuck out. Remember, you're not you when you're hungry. Here, have a non-licensed candy bar product. Better?
Better.
So, how about those motherfucking KKK members?
Fuck them.
With your idea of American media, apparently the public just thinks that all Irishmen are fucking paraplegics and they can't move from their colony in Boston. Is that your
What is a movie that you have seen with an Irish person in it that does not take place in either Ireland or Boston?
Brooklyn.
That takes place in Ireland.
Well, for a little bit of it.
But she's from Ireland.
Gangs in New York.
It's true. Fuck.
Yeah.
But that's Martin Scorsese. He's looking out for us.
He kept talking about paraplegics in Boston. I was like, dude, we haven't seen Patriots Day yet.
That's wrong. What's up, ladies and gentlemen? It is a cold January day, and we just got out of Ben Affleck's gangster epic, Live by Night. As far as gangster epics go, this was a nice change of scenery.
That's what I liked about this movie, because I'd read some reviews. People were like, they were kind of disappointed by it. They're saying like it was because it's marketed as like a big action movie, and I was like, okay, I came in kind of knowing there's not going to be too much action, and this is more of like guys making sort of deals and shit.
It's more of a gangster movie.
Yeah, it's a gangster movie. It's not like a fucking like murder each other movie. If you're a fan of the show, you know I'm a big fan of Ben Affleck. You know, Argo is one of the movies that really got me into film.
I've never seen a Ben Affleck directed movie up until now, and I think he's pretty fucking good.
I think this is.
You haven't seen Argo?
I haven't seen any of his movies.
Yeah, me neither. So.
His three films.
I would expect you to be the guy.
His three films before this: Gone Baby Gone, The Town, and Argo, all fantastic. I'd say this is probably his weakest film, but it's still pretty good.
Did you guys play Grand Theft Auto 5?
No.
Fuck. Alright, well, there's a character who's a meth head whose name's Wade, and he has a lisp when he talks. That's the same guy who plays the white supremacist guy,
in this
or the
movie?
KKK guy that had me rolling because of the way he talked.
Oh shit. You're watching Ben Affleck live out the life of this gangster, and then just when you feel like the movie's getting a little boring, they start spicing it up with, you know, people getting shot in the fucking head, and there's 1910s car chases and shit.
There's a montage at the beginning when they're like murdering some people that I laughed so hard during.
Oh damn.
Like they're fucking like shooting a guy while he's getting his hair cut.
Before we go any further, spoiler alert, just letting you know this movie just came out. And if you don't want any spoilers and just our final thoughts and scores out of 6 stars, you can scroll to the time code right here. The way I saw this movie was less like the big picture and more like a collection of moments. And I felt the more I was paying attention to just what was happening in these individual moments, like Ben Affleck hanging out with his girlfriend, Ben Affleck...
Two girlfriends. I saw that he wrote the screenplay, and I was like, bro, you wrote this screenplay so you could have sex with Zoe Saldana.
I was so disappointed, and in this R-rated movie, he kept it classy. We didn't see nothing.
Yeah.
We saw side boob.
Oh, you saw that one of those pictures.
Oh yeah, that's right.
The Elle Fanning.
Elle Fanning's tit.
Did we see her tit?
Yeah, in the pictures. If you look closely, I
saw it clear as day.
Would I have to fucking pull out the glasses from Toy Story 2, the ones with like multiple lenses to see the tit?
No, I saw it clear as day.
I thought that she was like she got into like porn or something.
I thought she died. I thought that was like when she was strung up like that. I thought like, oh shit, they kidnapped her and then they fucking killed her. But no, there's a whole part of this movie that has Chris Cooper yelling at Ben Affleck for being hellish and the devil, but I didn't really see the problem with that. Being a KKK inbred shooting up and killing people over... killing innocent people, mind you, is way worse than showing a police chief some pictures of his daughter on heroin, and he's confirmed that she's in rehab and will easily disclose the location so he can come and bring her back home. I'm just saying,
Ben Affleck obviously wrote and directed this movie. If you've seen like any interview with Ben Affleck, you know he's like a total like bleeding heart liberal. And there's that one scene in the movie when he's getting onto the one dude about the way he treats immigrants and black people. You know, do you know the scene what I'm talking about?
Yeah, no, I remember.
And it was a good monologue. We can definitely see Ben Affleck sort of political sort of shit in this movie. My favorite like scene in the movie is when he's talking to Elle Fanning. Basically, Elle Fanning is this chick who is like recovering from a heroin addiction, and she's become like she's been like doing all these fucking like Bible Jesus seminars, and Ben Affleck's like in trouble because he's trying to build this casino. He's saying casinos against God's will or whatever.
And then the more people she brings in thinking of these Christian value, the less people of the populace want it.
The investors realize that because of the bad publicity, they're like, yeah, we don't want this coming to reflect on us, so...
Did you know who the investor was?
I don't know, but I know he looks familiar. Who is he?
He's the fucking nerd in the Breakfast Club.
No shit!
Mm-hmm. I looked it up. He is.
That's so weird!
Point of the thing is...
Wait.
Eventually...
No shit.
Mm-hmm.
Is that Anthony...
Yeah.
What is Anthony C. Hall or somebody?
Anthony C. Hall, that's exactly
Fuck,
right.
man. He went from... That's cool, man.
Right, shut the fuck up for a second. The point is...
Gary L. Smith.
Forget about
Oh, no, he was Gary L. Smith.
Don't you?
I fucked that up.
Man, he gained some weight in the face. But you remember those commercials that he did, the cell phone commercials?
Yep.
And he looked skinnier back then.
Point is...
What?
The point when he's talking, she's comparing like fucking drinking to having sex with animals. Elle Fanning and Ben Affleck are having this conversation, and she's saying, well, like if you let people like start drinking, people will start like fucking animals, and he's like, what's the correlation? Like, what the fuck?
What she was saying is that drinking leads to sin, which is apparently sin. It leads to more people being sinful. Leads to fornication because they don't care about the sins, and then what's to stop them from sleeping with, you know, laying with animals? In which Ben Affleck, which I even laughed at, was like, there's people that want to fuck animals?
Elle Fanning does a really good job in this film, I thought.
Yeah,
she commanded that sort of like repent attitude really well.
No, I think she's a good actress. She was good in this movie.
Chris Cooper's really good in this.
My favorite guy outside of Ben Affleck is the guy who plays like Ben Affleck, like his buddy, his like second in command. He's a Cuban guy.
Is he Cuban?
He's Italian. He's a according to the film that called him several times a dago.
The whole dynamic that he had with Affleck, that was cool. And I know this movie was originally supposed to come out like sometime later this year, but they kind of tried to finish it quickly so it can contend for the Oscars. I'm wondering if like somehow there's like an extended cut of this movie that has maybe like
what's he in?
Some more scenes with that character.
Argo, I haven't seen that. Wait, what the fuck? He's in Ordinary World?
What?
He plays Jake, apparently? I don't remember who Jake was.
Maybe he was one of the dads.
Fuck.
If you haven't seen Ordinary World.
God damn. Why does it keep coming back to Ordinary World on this website?
Outlaws, when we were forever young.
Thank you. Whenever this movie starts getting into these cool little intimate moments or action scenes, I think that's where it's the best. I like whenever Ben Affleck first brings this idea of bringing his business up with Chris Cooper, who's the police chief, and you know they're in an agreement because the police chief's like, I'm not gonna mess with your system too bad as long as you don't overstep your boundaries. Don't make the mistake of thinking that even though I live in a corrupt town and I rub elbows with corrupt men, that I am corruptible. I thought there was this nice always hint of tension between I like whenever Ben Affleck's talking to his father, who's a police chief played by Brendan Gleeson, at the restaurant for the first time.
Mad Eye Moody.
Mad Eye Moody ain't fucking around. Did you ever find it hard with all the Irish people in the beginning of this movie? Like, it was kind of hard to understand what the fuck they were saying?
How dare you disrespect my goddamn people? No, it was actually like...
Shut up, you cracker.
I don't need your fucking bleeding heart liberal bullshit.
No, I'm
fucking Mick.
I like seeing my people in prominent roles on screen.
You're like that one fat bitch on Facebook that wants all the attention.
I am that fat bitch on Facebook. God damn it.
Sorry, black boys. Only white boys can handle this.
Just the shot composition in this movie.
Yeah, I noticed that.
And the other thing that I really like is he does a great job at making like dialogue scenes impactful. The conversation between him and the police chief, that could have been a boring expository scene, but like you feel the tension in that scene between Affleck and Cooper, so it makes it like entertaining. That was the thing I was most impressed by in this movie. Is like this movie's fairly long. I wasn't bored at all in this movie. Like he keeps everything going pretty fast.
Affleck is an actor, and you can tell he's an actor as director, so the performances are good.
I thought everything once he gets to Florida is really good. Some of the part at the beginning was kind of slow. That was probably my biggest problem. Like the opening, like this is a fucking gangster movie, and it opens with like some pictures and like a monologue. I'm like, oh.
I don't know if it was because I just really couldn't. It was hard to understand some of the Irish accent, or the fact that it felt like the volume was a little low whenever they were talking. But I couldn't get into dialogue because I was just like, I had to.
I was the same way. Whenever they get to Florida, everything brightens up and there's warm colors and there's just more stuff going on, and I thought that was a nice change of pace for this. What you said about Ben Affleck and shot composition, I was noticing that because like there are some cool shots in this, like the car sinking into the lake, that one bullet hole and then it focuses in on the eye of the guy who's dead. I was like, Ben Affleck is just a guy that goes, all right, I want to do this. I'm thinking about this shot. This shot's really fucking cool. What about that guy? Oh, Packers hat. Yeah, fuck that guy.
The one thing I'll say
fucking cheesehead.
The one thing I'll say about Ben Affleck is I think in all of his movies, he does a great job at making like the environment, like that character, like the way he shoots Boston in the town, the way he shoots, you know, Afghanistan or whatever it was in Argo.
Iran. I haven't even seen the movie and I fucking know that.
But I was saying like that's what I think he did well in this, and I think that's what he's gonna do well in Batman, because you know the way he's gonna shoot Gotham. I think it's gonna be really cool.
There's actually talks with him. If he doesn't like the script enough, he won't do it.
I heard that was just bullshit because he's writing the script. Like he's given like they're like Warner Brothers is like giving him full creative control for Batman.
That's not what I heard. I heard that they were eliminating him and they were wanting certain things, and
fuck that.
He wasn't.
I want my goddamn Affleck R-rated Batman movie.
If anything, that's probably Affleck's publicity move to, you know, let Warner Brothers get off his fucking back, because you know their decisions haven't been the greatest. I saw this headline today that the writer of Batman v Superman is supposed to be tapped to do the Green Lantern movie.
Please, not another one.
Oh no, but it's gonna be both of them. It's gonna be Hal Jordan and Jon Stewart. So it's like buddy cop Green Lantern.
From the guy that wrote Batman v Superman.
Hey, I mean,
dude, shut your fucking mouth.
Hey, Wonder Woman looks cool, right, guys?
Yeah, no. But it's not written by David S. Goyer, that's what I'm saying.
Oh, I heard Zack Snyder has writing credits on that.
Oh, fuck off!
I'm sorry,
You're just killing the fucking mood today!
I like seeing Ben Affleck kill some KKK dudes.
Yeah,
like,
that was a lot of fun.
Even in the context of the movie, it's like, you really didn't need that whole KKK subplot, but I think Ben Affleck was just like, I really need to destroy racism.
There was a little bit of a political agenda in this, making the head KKK guy he was talking to.
Please, we have to talk about this.
Make him have a lisp, and he just sounds like a complete moron. Granted, he is part of the KKK. I'm not saying that because he's a KKK man, it doesn't make him a moron. I'm just saying he sounds like
a disabled person.
I don't think there's a coincidence that the one KKK member that gets most prominence in this movie is reportedly dumb as a grape and an actual inbred.
We're not trying to say that we don't think they're not inbreds.
Point is, there's a scene where the retarded KKK guy and Ben Affleck have a meeting, and Barnyard was laughing so hard, like, people were looking at you. You had to, like, cover your mouth, you were laughing.
Yeah, dude.
It was like Daniel during Legend of Tarzan, like...
It was bad, man.
If you clicked...
Scroll to the time code. Welcome to our spoiler-free part of the review. We didn't talk much about this fucking movie in the spoiler section. We talked about a few scenes that we liked, a few scenes that we laughed at, and a few scenes that we really enjoyed.
It's a good, entertaining movie. I don't think there's much intellectually behind this. I mean, there's a scene where fucking a guy gets thrown off of a balcony and they start shooting at him as he's falling down.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So this movie's just kind of a dumb, fun action movie with a lot of gloss, and
With a lot of gangster shit.
for that, I gave it a solid. Fuck it, I'm gonna do a 4.5.
4.5.
I liked it.
Liam?
You know what, Daniel? I know we are brothers, because I'm also giving this 4.5. This movie is fun as shit.
Yeah.
You know, I'd go see that again, honestly. Like, that movie was pretty fun.
I'd have to wait a while.
Me too.
I'm not saying, like, I'm gonna go ahead the next day, but if somebody's like, oh, let's go see a movie, you wanna go see Assassin's Creed or Live by Night? I'm like, I'm fucking seeing Live by Night.
There are some things that kind of tie the movie together, but you can just kind of walk in at any time. This is a really good movie to watch, like, on TV.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My final thoughts on this film, I liked all the acting in it. I thought nobody was, bad.
Yeah.
Nobody?
Nope. Except for that one motherfucker. I like this film. I did think it was a bit slow at times. Maybe it's just because of its 2-hour, 10-minute runtime. I'm kind of thinking a 4.5, but I don't want to be that guy that goes along with the crowd.
I want to be rebel.
Fuck it, I'll go 4.5.
Yeah! Look at that.
It's a unanimous
Conformity!
consensus.
So if you liked our review, please leave a like down below. If you haven't already, please subscribe to our channel. We love anyone who subscribes.
We're this close to 100.
I know, finally. If you had a laugh on what we said, please comment down below and, tell us how fucking retarded we are. If you haven't already, please like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter, follow us on Instagram as well. I mean, I guess. Liam has a blog, like no one gives a shit. And we have our friend, Noah, who has an Instagram where he does his reviews. Links will be down below, except for Liam's, because fuck him. So I think next time we'll be back with Patriots Day. We'll definitely be back next week for Split.
Oh, yeah.
We're all excited for that.
You know what I'm excited for?
Uh-oh, what?
Triple X, Return of Xander Cage. Seeing Vin Diesel fucking punch a motherfucker with a motorcycle.
97 won the Eagles doing a, they're sponsoring that movie and stuff. Cindy Skull says, go check out Triple X, The Return of Xander Cage, starring Van Diesel. I don't believe she said Vin Diesel. I think she said Van Diesel.
Oh my god.
We love you, Cindy, but girl.
Well, hold up. We could put Vin Diesel in a Van Wilder movie.
That'd be some shit.
That'd be some shit.
I want to go my life without seeing Vin Diesel ride a motorcycle on water.
Yeah.
And fucking fight a car with a skateboard.
I haven't seen any of the Triple X movies.
Neither have I.
Neither have I.
Alright, so we'll all be in the fucking dark.
Thank you guys very much for watching. Take care, and y'all have a good night.
Go Cowboys.